Today I'm going to be taking a look at the Comfrier Swift battery operated mop. The main idea of this mop is you won't ever have to get on your hands and knees. But there is some extra things to it that you might need to know before you go out and buy this, because it may not work on your floors all that well. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, to start overall with this mop, the handle has two buttons. The top button is going to be how you shoot the water and soap out of the mop. And then the bottom button is to control the speed, the motor speed on how fast the padding moves on the bottom of the mop. And then we go down, and then the area above the Swift is for your battery indicator. So it will show you how much battery power you have with like 5 different dots. Typically on a good day, if it's fully charged, depending on how I use the mop, I can get about a good hour on the low speed and about maybe 45 minutes on the high speed. It just kind of depends really on how well you use it. I find myself on certain floors in the house that I have to use the faster speed, and then on the slower speed I can mostly mop the entire house with, but it just kind of really depends on if you need to mop real hard or if you just need to do a light mop, then the low speed should be enough to take care of you on that. And then on the very bottom, you got the name, the brand name. And then in the front is where they shoot the water out. And then on the back is where when you fill the water tank. This is one of my major complaints about the water tank is you have to fill it up basically every time you get done with one room. They advertise it as a large water tank, but it really is not a large water tank at all. So that is kind of disappointing. And then the back, you don't really have anything. What is really nice about this that I found out is you can actually replace the battery. The battery is replaceable. So if you notice the battery start deteriorating or you're not getting as much charging or anything, you can actually go and pick up a battery for this mop. And then the red cover is where you plug the charger in. So overall, it is a pretty nice overall looking mop. So yeah, the only other main complaint is since I'm pretty tall, I wish the handle was a little bit bigger, which they should be able to easily be able to make that an addition to the mop where you can get a longer handle, because all it is connecting to a connector for the 2 buttons to control. So maybe that's something they might add in the future, is longer mop handles. Overall, the look and everything is pretty nice, and it does work pretty well. So there's that. Now let's take a look at the bottom where the padding goes, because they give you 2 different paddings to put on the bottom of the mop. One is for waxing the floor and one is for your traditional mopping. So let's take a look at that. And with the bottom of the mop, this is where most of the work is done. And they give you 2 different pads, like I said. They give you your little mopping pads, which are these. They just kind of Velcro on. And they give you your back pad, of course. This is what I mostly use the most. And then the other pads they give you are the wax pads to wax your floor, and they're more like a sponge type. And they do give you 2 sets of these pads. So if these pads start getting nasty and all, you do have an extra set in the box that you can put on. But you can actually buy these pads So that's one thing I found out that I love actually, is that you can buy the pads. So basically you can buy the pads where you can continue to use this for a long time, because a lot of these third parties, companies that make like these products, they don't really sell the pads where you can get them. You either have to contact them and see if they can send you some, but you can just go on Amazon and buy these hassle-free. That's really, really awesome. Okay, so since we have the pads on, I guess we can actually start mopping the floor, and I can show you guys how it really works mopping the floor. And so yeah, I will see you after I get that done. Okay, so typically when you are filling the water tank, they don't really tell you what you can and can't use in it. But what typically I use is really just kind of like a mixture of hot water and just like dishwater soap that you can buy. And that's typically what we mop our floors with anyway. So typically what you need to get started is you just need to mix your detergent up, basically what they call it. And once you do that, you want to fill the tank, and you just kind of fill it until it really gets full, and hopefully you don't overflow it. I use a funnel because it's 10 times easier. Cup that's about two-thirds full, and it's not really gonna use it all. So the water tank does have like a small window that you can see how full it is, so you can kind of get an estimate. And so now once you have the tank full, now you can stop mopping. So to start with, I normally start it like in this position. And this is gonna be low speed. And as you can really tell, it's a little loud, but it's not really that loud. It's kind of silent. And then you just pop it back. This is what kind of the pads kind of look like after they get done. And to just clean them, you just throw them in the washer machine, and that's it. And then you dry them in the dryer, and you can do that until they start looking bad, and then you can go to like your next set or buy more. But like I said, this is a good product, but it doesn't fully eliminate getting on your hands and knees. Like if you need to do quick mops and you don't feel like getting on your hands and knees, this would do a pretty good job. As long as you have like the floor nice and vacuumed. You might see marks on your floors from it, which there's not really anything you can really prevent from that happening. So I think they need to work on kind of just the overall aspect of the design a little bit, where it doesn't leave those marks. But this product does go for about $150, $160 on Amazon in 2 days prime shipping. But overall, I like the product. They just need to rethink some of the things, because not a lot of people want to mop their floor every day, and this is what I think this is really meant for, is mopping every day. Like for like a business that has to mop every day, then yeah, this is pretty good. But for like the home use, I don't really see much benefit from it if you have to mop every day. And it does take about an hour to 2 hours to charge. And like I said, if you have black tile in your house, then I would highly suggest not getting this, because this will leave marks, and I have seen in other reviews that they have the same issue. But overall, I like the product. If you are interested in this product, I will leave a link down below. But yeah, that's really all I have to say about this product. So I hope you like, subscribe, comment, and share, and I will see you guys in the next one.